Hi, this is Raccon here, with an anime review this time. Today I am reviewing Magic Kaito 1412. And please do not ask me what the 1412 stands for, I have no idea. But let's get into it. Magic Kaito, it talks about Kuroba Kaito. He is a high schooler who knows a lot about magic. His father was a famous magician, and he was known as the Magician of the East. Pretty much, Kaito's father taught him everything he knew. And I have to say, he taught him a lot. Magic Kaito, if you are unfamiliar, actually I should explain this first. Magic Kaito is actually a character you can see occasionally in the Detective Conan series. He is the phantom thief that goes around and steals things. But this show is about him, Magic Kaito, not Detective Conan. Magic Kaito explains why Kaito is doing all this, who he is, who his friends are, and what's going on. And like Detective Conan, Magic Kaito is a bit episodic, if you will. You see, each episode of Magic Kaito is him finding another gem, stealing another gem. And that is all explained because Kaito, when he was about 12 years old, his father died in an accident. And when he turned 17, a few years after his father's death, he found out that his dad was the original Magic Kaito, also in American translated to Kid the Phantom Thief. Kaito, to find out who killed his father, enlisted the help of his former butler, G. And I'm literally G, J-I-I. That's how it's spelled. In the attempt to become Magic Kaito and find the people who killed his father and bring them to justice. To do this, he goes around and steals a lot of things. And in all honesty, I think it's more for fun than anything else. He has a blast stealing everything, testing his magic skills, because every time he steals something, he makes it seem impossible. It is even explained in some episodes that the similarities between a magician and a phantom thief is that they make the impossible possible. They steal things that have the highest security, and I love this series, because each and every episode is so good. And you can really see, if you go back again and watch it a second time, you can really see how after each and every episode, Kaito gets better with his thieving, and all of his plans and shows are even much more elaborate. And Nakamura, the police inspector who is in charge of catching Kaito, becomes far more clever and smarter as the episodes go on. Like, I love that. Like, you can tell the characters are getting smarter. And as the episodes go on, some of Kaito's classmates, Hakabi and Akako, I believe I'm pronouncing her name right, it's A-K-A-K-O, Akako. I apologize if I didn't. And those two find out he is Kaito Kid in the long run, which is kind of funny because Hakabi is actually trying to catch Kaito Kid, but he has absolutely no evidence to prove that Kaito is Kaito Kid. And in all honesty, I found it kind of weird because Kaito has like 5 different meanings in Japanese. It's also a name, so everyone kind of mixes it up a little bit, especially since Kaito Kid was apparently around before Kaito was born. That was his father. So, just for clarification. Yeah. And other than Hakabi, there's Akako, who is in fact a real sorceress. She has a few episodes, but she's kind of annoying and a nuisance. Never saw the point of her. And Aiko, who is Kaito's love interest, which is kind of weird. They really show no affection for each other. Their relationship is weird and strained. It's like... Honestly, I'd say they look more like cousins than they do look like boyfriend and girlfriend. But other than that, she's kind of annoying. I actually found her really annoying. I saw no point really. She She doesn't really discover he's Kaito Kid. She doesn't try catching. She's really there just as a nuisance for Kaito when he's trying to hide his identity, and a nuisance for the police officers, because Kaito has used her quite a few times to steal some gems. And yeah, other than that, those characters, we also have some characters from Detective Conan. Detective Conan does show up quite a bit in the series. He is an annoyance, but I like it, because not only do the episodes where Conan show up reverse in Detective Conan, those are also the episodes Kaito Kid shows up. So it shows reverse how the situations differ. It shows how Kaito Kid is getting annoyed by this little brat sort of stumping him all the time, and reverse-wise, it made me go watch the Detective Conan episodes and watch how Kaito Kid got on Conan's nerves. So it was very, very entertaining seeing how they interact and are related to each other. Because Kaito Kid is I have to say, much better show than Detective Conan, because Detective Conan goes on and on and on, but in Kaito Kid, even though it's only 24 episodes, he's probably had run-in more times with the people who killed his father than Conan does with the people who shrank him. So I have to say it is going a lot better and smoother than Detective Conan, who has so many plot holes, it's not even funny. Probably Detective Conan has so many plot holes, mainly because most of it was created back in the 1990s, and so with the whole forwarding with technology, all the cases sort of become a bit irrelevant. It's kind of weird, but if you go back and watch Detective Conan, which I don't recommend you do, there's like 1,000 different episodes to search through. It's really boring. I only watch the ones with Kaito Kid and anything really interesting in it. But I fully recommend Kaito Kid, because, oh my god, I love this show. The tricks he uses, and he is an amazing character. You get to see so many different sides of him. His heroic side, his sort of villain side, if you can call it that, because he really, after he steals stuff, he sends it right back. Because he's looking for the special gem that his enemies are also looking for, that apparently cause immortality. Originally he was doing it for fun until he realized, oh wait, they're after these gems. I'll go after them myself. Like, he even knows more information about these guys than Detective Conan does. And I love it. In all honesty, I cannot wait for the second season. And they better yet make a second season. Because, oh my god, they'll probably get 10 times as much money from this series than they will from Detective Conan. Because Detective Conan has just been dragging along. And I understand the creators having lots of fun writing those stories, but Magic Kaito is better. You get the heist, you get the adrenaline rush, and you get the curiosity. I'm wondering, like, how did he steal this? Oh my god. Because it isn't all, and also it's a bit lighthearted. I mean, in Detective Conan, you get depressed a lot when you realize why some of them died. In Magic Kaito, you get the joy and mischief thief that steals things pretty much just for the heck of it. Also to impress a few ladies. Kaito Kid is a lady killer in the show. He practically stole diamond slippers to impress a girl. I mean, even in the manga, which does not at all go by the anime. Sure, there's some chapters in there, and some episodes that are based off the chapters, but no, the manga does not go by the anime, and I love that. I love it so much, because at one point in the manga, though this is the only chapter I wish was in the anime, Kaito Kid actually kidnaps a princess from another country because she asked him to when she was trying to steal her diamond. And I thought that was hilarious as hell. I mean, she gets a bit of an episode in the show, but she does not get kidnapped. Then again, in Magic Kaito, the manga, he was a bit more of a pervert. I admit he was a lady killer, but there's a difference between a lady killer and a pervert. Because in the manga, he looked up a lot of girls' skirts. And I mean a lot. Yeah. But it's still funny, and I had a great time watching every single episode. I mean, I wanted more. I love the soundtracks. I love all the laughs they made. Except for one episode, I enjoyed it all. It was amazing. It was fun. It had an array of different thieves he was challenged against, an array of different characters he met along his thieving adventures, and a ton, and I mean a ton of different detectives trying to take him down or trying to find out who he is. So far, the closest one is Nakamura, mainly because he's been trying the longest. Or because over the episodes, you do see him get smarter. Same with Kaito. And that is one of the reasons why I love this show. Because it isn't always about what he steals. It's about how he does it. I mean, you steal a diamond, he does it over and over again, but how he does it and how it is explained, because it is explained. It's not just, oh, he steals it. Is it magic? How does he do it? No, every single time, if they can, they will explain how he does it. And I love that. It gets more and more elaborate every single time. And he even has reasons for some of them. Either to steal back a friend's old diamond, or to win a girl's heart, or even, just for the hell of it, to piss some people off. There's an old guy who keeps trying to challenge him, saying that he cannot steal his gems. But time and time again, he does it. With style, with class, and making a big-ass show of it. And I love it. And I fully recommend it. So please, if you are watching this, you owe it to yourself, and if you are a friend of Detective Conan, you owe it to yourself even more, because this will be a good refresher. And these are tricks that even anyone can pick up, and they're even believable too. Unlike Detective Conan, which half the killings and half the way they do it, because no two killings in that show are the same, so they get really, really weird. But in this one, it is believable, especially since it is explained throughout the series that Kaito gets his money for selling Magic Kaito merchandise, but he also gets money from a bar his butler owns, G. And so it is very interesting, and honestly, they make so many allusions to Detective Conan. It's so funny. And honestly, I love how, also, interesting fact about the show, before I wrap up, every gem he steals and all the thieves and tricks he does are based off of someone else's trick. A good magician's trick throughout history, or a good thief's trick throughout history. And that's what I love. And it's just so good, just so amazing, so wonderful. You will enjoy it to the very last episode, and I fully recommend you go out and watch this show. I give it a full 10 out of 10, because it was amazing. I mean, it was beautiful, the graphics were good, the tricks were good, they were even easy to understand. I mean, there was one episode I hated, and two characters I found a bit annoying. But still, I enjoyed it, and I can't deny that. In full honesty, if I think about it, I have to give it a 9 out of 10, but my heart just loves it. And this show will fully and eternally be a treasure to me. And that is an honest truth. So I give it a 10 out of 10. But if you're listening to my brain, give it a 9 out of 10. And yeah, go out. And if you enjoy the show, you can check out Detective Conan. But warning, it's long as fuck, and it still hasn't ended. And if you want, you can check out the creator. He's made a few other mangas, which those characters have also appeared in Detective Conan and Magic Kaito. which is kind of interesting. But I suggest you go check him out. And go look up Magic Kaito. And remember, always keep your poker face.